Hey guys, it's Chris Lopez from Kettlebell Workouts.com, and I'm going to run down a 10-week program for you. So something ideally that I would give to a client who's just starting out and really introducing them to kettlebell training and to bodyweight training. So for the first 2 weeks, I would do what's called my basic core intro program, and that involves 4 to 5 basic movements of core training, just to make sure that they've got the bracing technique right and they've got all that integrity in their abdominal region and in their spine and in their spinal erectors to make sure that they're nice and stable for kettlebell training. So to start out, I would have them in a plank. So a basic plank position on your elbows and toes, shoulders stacked over elbows so that you're not straining your traps, bracing the abs nice and tight, and holding there. And I would get them to hold that up to 3 minutes. So obviously, most people will probably start out with 15 seconds and then eventually progress through. But every day for 2 weeks straight, you're going to plank and try to build your time. After that, both on the right and the left side, I would get them to do a side plank. And the ceiling for this exercise is 2 minutes. So 3 minutes for the front plank, 2 minutes for the side plank. Again, building your time up slowly. So making sure that you're fully aligned on that side plank. You're going to do it on the left and the right side. Try to imagine drawing a straight line through your nose all the way down through your belly button. And that's ideally your plank position. After that, you would do what's called a hip bridge. So I would lie down on my back. My feet are going to be about hip width or maybe a little bit wider apart. I'm going to have my hands crossed over my shoulders, and I'm going to drive my hips up, and I'm going to squeeze, and I'm going to hold there. Now when you're doing these, you want to make sure that your knees are externally rotated, so you're pushing your knees out, and you're squeezing your butt at the same time. And the ceiling for this exercise is 3 minutes, so I wouldn't do any more than 3 minutes. And then the last core exercise would be a prone Cobra. So your thumbs are up, your shoulders are down and back, so they're packed down and in. I'm going to make sure that I'm staring at the mat the entire time. I'm going to lift my legs and squeeze my glutes, and then I'm going to lift my arms and my chest up, make sure that I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together, my shoulders are down and back, and I'm staring at the mat. And I would do that for, again, a ceiling of about 2 minutes. So, to review, the first 2 weeks, every day, progressively getting better, so bettering your time each day. You're going to do the plank, you're going to do the side plank both on the right and the left side, you're going to do the hip bridge, and you're going to be doing the prone Cobra. After that, we'll get into some more movement stuff. So in addition to those core exercises, I would have you do a waiter's bow. So learning how to arch your back properly and hinging from your hips as opposed to from your back. This is essential for both squatting and especially for swinging kettlebell. So bracing the abs nice and tight, leaning forward, sticking your butt out, bending your knees just slightly, making sure that you've got that good tight arch in your back, and then driving through the hips and making sure that your tailbone and your navel are kind of beating in the middle and you're really grounded, pushing your feet through the ground nice and tight. So leaning forward and then coming right back and finishing. Forward and then back and finish. Okay? And that's called a waiter's bow. And then we would do a face the wall squat. So I've got a wall in front of me here. I'm about 2 inches, 3 inches, maybe 4 inches away. My hands are down, my chest is up, my shoulders are back. And you're going to be squatting down so that you want to make sure that your nose or any part of your upper body is not touching, or your knees aren't touching the wall in front of you. So, chest out, shoulders back. I'm going to lead with my hips, driving right back down, chest out, and then come right back up. Making sure that your big toes stay on the ground, your heels stay on the ground, and you're nice and grounded. That's for 2 weeks. After that, I would get into 3 basic exercises for 4 weeks straight. You would be doing a kettlebell swing, a Turkish Getup, and a chin-up, and that's for 4 weeks. So, Turkish Getup, one of the best exercises going from the ground up. I'm going to start with my right side, hug the bell tight into my body, turn it over, push it up with 2 hands. Arm goes down, shoulders packed. To the elbow, making sure I've got a big chest. To the hand, making sure again that I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together. Then I'm in a high bridge. Into a T. Straight up. Stand up. And then lunging back. I've got the bell on my right arm. I'm going to lunge back with my left leg. Down. windshield wiper my leg, so I'm rotating that leg over. Hand down. Back down, making sure my shoulders are stacked to the elbow and to the back. Both hands on, bringing it in, back into my fetal position. I'm putting the bell down. That's a Turkish get-up. After that, chin up. And then as a finisher for that grouping, for the first 4 weeks, I would just finish with either 1 or 2 arm kettlebell swings. You can alternate from 1 to 2 arms, that's ideal. Holding onto my kettlebell. Right here, I'm going to hike pass it through my hips, and then pop it up. So I would be doing that for the first 4 weeks of the program. So for the last 4 weeks of the program, I would add 3 more exercises, and we would split things into workout A and workout B. So we would keep the chin up, the Turkish get up, and the swing, and that would be our A workout. And then our B workout for the last 4 weeks would be a military press, a row, so a 1-arm kettlebell row, and a goblet squat. So for those 3 exercises, the military press, you're going to clean the kettlebell and get it into the rack position. So here, squeezing your glutes, abs stay nice and tight. Good stance, shoulders are packed down and back. I'm going to push the belt up. And bring it right back down, making sure that I'm engaging my lats and using my lats to bring that weight up. For the row, toe pointer straight forward. The back toe is going to be perpendicular to that, so it's going to be at a 90-degree angle. I've got my bell here. I'm bracing my abs, staying nice and tight, and I'm going to pull and row. Notice how I'm not twisting, and I'm pulling it into my hip. And then the third exercise for this B workout is a goblet squat. So I'm going to hold the kettlebell by the horns, brace my abs, make sure that I'm squatting with my elbows inside my knees, driving down. And doing my goblet squat. And that's the B workout. So, to review, core program for 2 weeks straight, every day. That means the plank series and the waiter's bow and the face the wall squat. Then for the first 4 weeks, you're going to be doing a combination of the get up, the chin up, and the swing. And then for the last 4 weeks, your A workout is going to remain the get up, the chin up, and the swing. And the B workout, which you're going to do every second day, is going to be the military press, the row, and the goblet squat. I'm Chris Lopez from KettlebellWorkouts.com, and that's an ideal 10-week program that I would set a client up on.